Hi, I'm John Treadaway and I'm the editor of Miniature Wargames magazine, published by Warners. I'm going to talk to you about some of the games I'm involved with. Excuse me while I look at my crib notes. And the first game I'm going to speak to you about is UFO. This is the game you see in front of you. UFO is based on a TV series from now half a century ago, 50 years ago. It was produced by the Gerry Anderson team, Gerry and Sylvia Anderson. He was famous, of course, for his puppet shows like Thunderbirds and other things like that. But UFO was the first fully live-action show he'd ever produced. It dealt with the dark future of the far future, for that point, the 1980s. The Earth was being invaded by aliens from an unspecified nearby star system. You get the impression probably Proxima Centauri or something, but you don't know. They're coming to Earth to harvest Earth beings and their bodies, and specifically their organs, for the purpose of keeping their own race alive. It's never really explained fully why, but that's the background. They arrive at Earth in flying saucers. As you can see here, some examples of the flying saucers. And their plan, this is Earth by the way, this section of Earth orbit here. And they are opposed. They are opposed by an Earth organisation called Shadow. That's the Supreme Headquarters Alien Defence Organisation. As with all Gerry Anderson things, it's a secret organisation, so nobody knows about it. And it has a main base conveniently situated underneath the film studios. Amongst the other defences that Shadow has, it operates a moon base. Unfortunately it's just out of view of the cameras here, but there's a nice printed moon at that end of the cloth. And on that moon base they have 3 interceptor craft, of which I have some here. Those interceptors are launched from underground. I'll just pick one up here. So they're rather pretty little models. That's my leg come off, I'll just put that back on later. Those interceptors are launched from underground craters on the moon, and they have a fleet of submarines which operate on the Earth, and they can launch an aircraft, of which we have one here. And they're all coordinated by a space-based intelligence system based around a satellite in Earth orbit, of which I have a fine example here. SID, I can't remember what that stands for now. Space Intruder Detector, that's it. Our game, which is this one, which we ran at Tabletop Games Live 2018, for anyone who wanted to play. We ran through quite a lot of players over that weekend, because you can run 3 players at once. Each gets to fly an individual interceptor. We've played it lots of times since, probably for the last 10 years. It uses a simple system which has been published in Miniature Wargames, so you can go and look that up on the files. Simple, free to download. It uses a simple system of plotted movement for players. You pilot 3 interceptors, you can see here, and you use a movement system based on a card system with plotted movement, each with little hexagons marked on the cards. Again, these are all downloadable. And your plan is to stop waves of these UFOs coming down the table, almost like a big game of Space Invaders really, and get into Earth orbit. If they get to Earth orbit, you've effectively lost the game, and there's a points costing system for that. You have only a fixed number of options with these interceptors. As you can probably spot, they have an enormous big missile on the front, if you can see that from here, which chases the UFOs across the table. You've also got a limited cannon fire with a limited ammunition, whereas the aliens have laser beam type stuff that they can fire at you. The aliens are emerging from faster than light travel from, one assumes, like I said, Alpha Centauri or something. And their play is entirely determined by a random card deck, which I can show you shortly. This does mean that if you're willing to run 3 interceptors, you can run this game for solo play, which is useful, but it does mean it's a simple system. the interceptors use D6s, standard D6s, and D3s, which is what I've got here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The aliens use D10s. If you'd like to draw a card for the first UFO, please.
Okay. Okay, so it's move 7.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And what, a right turn? Yep.
Right
and then how
turn
many?
5.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5.
Any firing?
No, no fire.
Oh, okay. Right, second UFO, please.
Okay. So it's move forward 8.
8, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So
Turn.
I can reach forward if it
That's
helps.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And fire.
You fire at the
Nearest target.
nearest target. Now that is 1, 2, 3 hexes away.
3 hexes.
So you've got to achieve what?
More than 3.
More than 3 on the sum of 2 D10s.
Yeah.
What did
So
you
I've
get?
got a 4 and a 1.
So that's more than 3.
Yeah.
You hit it.
Okay.
So roll the D6 for damage.
5.
Consult the damage chart. UFO shooting at interceptor 5. The interceptor loses 1 or remaining gunnery card. So the interceptor has lost some of its ammunition,
Okay.
but it's still there.
Right.
The models are all available online on eBay now, though they're getting rather expensive. A Japanese company called Konami produced them. Wonderfully, they're all painted by somebody else. Disadvantage being that they're getting quite expensive. The cloth was custom made by Deep Cut Studios, one of our advertisers, and it's a fun game. Each game probably lasts anything from 40 minutes to an hour, and fun for all the family, at least all the family that likes playing games about aliens harvesting people's organs. Thank you very much.